Recording.
Perfect. Well, welcome, everybody. We have, I believe, maybe 30 countries that were interested and that registered for our Zoom calls this morning, all around the world. The dream is alive. The dream is thriving. We're really birthing something. I see us as the midwives of this new era. So thank you all for being here to help us as we birth this new, very raw, tender, but very effectively growing and very much needed space and forum for Women's Global Community Network internationally and locally in our communities. We're going to hear from our beautiful goddess, Suzanne Lewis, who is the inceptor of this particular forum, who's going to open with prayer. I suggest perhaps Mayana will hold it together, because I don't have a visual of you all, unfortunately, but I'll see when those of you that do speak or pray come forward. It's such a privilege to introduce Suzanne as her admin and friend to open with prayer. Good morning, good evening, Suzanne. Are you wanting to share a few words that move your spirit and that you will share with us?
Indeed, I do.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
In a dream, you saw a way to survive, and you were filled with joy.
Yeah.
So we're at a synchronized vibrational moment where there's been a call put out to the globe, responding that if the grandmothers will show up and speak, the earth will heal. The time of woman moving out from behind the shadows of the mountain, especially Western woman, and coming to voice. In my way of being trained, one of my sacred gifts is that of the way of prayer. And it's always said that prayer is an idle work, it's big work. And the strength of the prayer comes from the choir that we're all singing to in our deep instinctual nature. We're responding. So the way I've been taught is to remember that cross-culturally, the great tree of life is a symbol that bridges heaven and earth. And the way I've been taught is that we human beings, we two-leggeds, are trees. And we're called to bridge heaven and earth right here, right now. And the grandmothers were so lucky, because it said, "Least ye become as children, you should not enter the kingdom of heaven." And heaven is on earth right here, right now. And the older that we get, the younger we are. So what I'd like to do is initiate the sacred tree of life breath. And I'd like each of you to find a way to sit or stand, your feet firmly grounded on the floor. You feel your pelvis able to hold water. And you begin a breathing in a sacred manner. And the way we do this is we begin to actively imagine our favorite tree in life, the tree that instantly comes to our active imagination. It could be a tree from childhood. It could be a tree that comes through our imagination. It could be a tree that's literally in our own backyard. So I'd like you to imagine that tree is going to just instantly be there in our sacred feminine seeing. And then give yourself permission to go to that tree, to turn around and completely lean your back into the trunk of the tree. If it's more comfortable, you can sit on the earth and lean your back into this wondrous tree. As you lean into this great tree, it feels like plugging in. Your entire spinal column just melts in and feels held. Then with your next breath, I'd like you to imagine looking up into the branches of that wondrous tree, seeing how far the branches reach out, and allowing yourself to breathe the radiant sun shimmering down on the greenery of this wondrous tree. And as you breathe in, you feel this streaming radiance come down from above, down from the Pleiades, down through the top of our head, showering down through our crown, through our throat, into our heart, where we take another inhale and immediately we feel our feet connected to the sweet earth and immediately recognize that we have the capacity to allow our roots to connect with this great tree of life's roots and go down, 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 interweaving into the sweet Mother Earth's heart, that wonderful bubbling spring of rich golden nectar. And we take a deep breath as if we're breathing in through the soles of our feet. And the percolating, bubbling springs of original grace comes bubbling up through the roots, up into the soles of our feet. We take a deep breath through the soles of our feet and we say, we receive in this flow of luxuriant nourishment flows up through your legs, up through your pelvis, up into your heart, where the shimmering grace from above comes down into the calm, neutral center of the heart, and the deep nourishment rises up from below, and the two become one in the heart, a sacred embrace, and we turn everything over to the highest good, asking that all our efforts is for the sake of all our relations, 7 generations back and 7 generations to come. And immediately, healing grace begins to spiral from the heart forth, this circling around voluptuously above and below, to the left and to the right, in front and behind, the sacred beauty way. And then this wondrous energy field goes beyond our tree, and we begin to feel this magnificent, harmonious balance go beyond us through this sacred circle we are in right now. And we feel it connect with the one to our right and the one to our left. And we feel the web linking up. And soon there's this sphere of diamond, intergalactic, universal wisdom. And we discover that we have become a sacred grove, a sacred container. And we immediately send this prayer out in all the directions, a blessing to this global grandmother council network that aspires that this sweet globe be lit up with legacy leaders, wisdom keepers, for the sake of healing this sweet Mother Earth and all the family of love and light and nature. Aho.
Aho. Aho. So beautiful. Soaking that in. Soaking that in, you all. That'll sustain us. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Beautiful wisdom. Acknowledge shared and received. Well, from here, we're going to hold ourselves in that beautiful space that we've just co-created in unison around the world. We have Cyprus, we have Europe, we have, I'm sorry, I can't see all who's here. So I might just pass you back to Mariana for one moment, although I would like to leave you with a spiritual thought before I do that. I got a download in my meditation last evening, and I would love to just run this thought past you very quickly. It's not very long. And it is the second one here. I just wanted to say that we stand with each other, one with each other here through the eons of ancestors that have asked us the same question. Is now the time to change? And we graciously receive that calling and have accepted that calling, that it is the time to change, to heal the wounds and to realign ourselves in unison for this wonderful moment in history time, in history time. Heaven and earth embrace and give birth to peace. The superior person serves as a midwife, presenting the newborn gift to the people. The small depart, the great approach, success, good fortune. It does, and then I digested that and came back with a response in gratitude to spirit. It doesn't get any better than this. Everything is in harmony. All obstacles are cleared from our path. Anything we could ask for is right at hand. This is the Elysian fields. This is the Garden of Eden. The only wrong with peace is that too much has to change. So we are in the state of harmony now, and we can unify that. Remember our tree, remember the conduit that we visualized with Suzanne, draw on that and know that we are locked in as one and moving forward. Thank you. Well, so much love to you all. Mayana, can I throw this back to you for a little moment? Thank you.
Yes. And Michelle, if you mute yourself in between, that's helpful.
Thank you.
So I would like to introduce my companion here. So I'm Mayana Kingery, and I've been administering here. Michelle invited me in about 3 weeks ago, and this has been just exploding. And our work on the ground is with an organization. We call it Peace Production. We are a 501c3 nonprofit in the U.S. So we are overarching the Global Grandmothers Council and bringing all of my administrative skills to play here. And I've been a nonprofit and education consultant for 35 years, and so all these facilitation and that kind of thing are what I'm bringing. But also bringing, because Peace Production, our founder is here, and I'm going to introduce you to him in just a minute. This is Yvette.
Hi, everyone. This actually, I just want to say real quick, it's just really beautiful to see these women coming together. Makes me emotional. So it's really beautiful.
So Michelle and Yvette and myself and Andras, who will be playing a horn for me in a second here, are on the board of directors. We call it a Peace Council for Peace Production. And so we are taking in the donations and passing them through to the Global Grandmothers Council. We would be the ones to facilitate building a website and the network and getting stores and community spaces developed for the Global Grandmothers Council network. And one of the main thing that we are living heartistry. We call ourselves heartists. The art of the heart is where we must be now. So I wrote this poem and it explains what that means to me. And I'm going to turn this a little bit. Andras is here and he's going to play the horn while I read the poem. And just so his tone comes in too, because he's bringing the perfectly balanced male energy in our partnership together here for living artistry. The art of the heart. The art of the heart, with integrity and action, purifies the mind and reveals true passion. Knowing who I am and why I am here opens my heart in the inners, where bliss and peace come near. I am heartist, a simple word, revealing deep intention, healing a broken world, living from the heart, letting mind go free, serving all the greater good, living artistry. Integrity in the inners, in the heart of humankind, reaching, lifting, helping from the heart, not from the mind. We lift our brothers and sisters to dream another dream. Peace is found in the inners, living artistry. I am artist, and so are you. In this world, there is much to do, but simply to be, now that is the key. That opens our hearts and lets mind go free. Dreaming in integrity, being the new dream of a caring, sharing humanity, living artistry. The art of the heart with integrity in action purifies the mind and reveals true passion. Know who you are and what you're here to do. It's the secret success in the inners that reveals true peace in you.
Thank you, Mayana, for bringing presence of space and place in our awareness, self-awareness, potential to growth, and acknowledging that and welcoming it, bringing it up wide open. Thank you. How are we going for time?
So we're at the first 20 minutes. And now what we want to do is invite each of you to come in and speak a word, say your name, where you're from, and speak a word of from your heart in this gathering. So I'm glad to let it pop naturally, or I can pick names however you all would like to do that. If somebody wants to step up, you can unmute yourself and step in. Okay. Marcine, would you like to?
She has to unmute.
Yeah, you have to unmute.
I have to collect a few thoughts here because I didn't know. I just come to watch and see what you guys were doing. I know that I belong here, but where? What am I to do? How can I help? How can I contribute? And so that has been my thoughts as I come to listen today. My name is Marcine Quinzer. I've been trained as a spiritual healer. I also was married to a Seneca Cayuga medicine man for 28 years. And of course, you can't do that without absorbing so much of what he is and what he knew.
Thank
And
you.
then after that, I spent another 13 years with Blue Thunder. I don't know how many of you have heard of him, but Blue Thunder was a magnificent medicine man. He passed in 2016, premier earth healer. He was called to do a 19+1 medicine wheel that quieted the Yellowstone volcano.
Mhm.
At that time, there were valleys that had 200-degree temperatures in them. They had been shut down to the tourists. Nobody was allowed in them. And I first saw him when he extended an invitation, or was complaining because the forestry department wouldn't let him go in and do the native ceremonies there. But when he did do it, they had all kinds of equipments lined up on it. And at the completion of the ceremony, the volcano went quiet. There was nothing that was rattling. And he did this for a while. He did it, I think, for most of 13 years. And then finally, Mother Earth said, that's enough. No more. They're not changing. They're not listening. You don't have to do this anymore. It was shortly after that that he did pass away. But that is the training that I bring. My absolute love for the Mother Earth, for all that she is, all that she does for us, for being a co-partner with our Mother, Father, God, and bringing us forth in our physical form, that we might be able to live here on this beautiful, beautiful planet. And we, grandmothers, are the ones that must lead the way to return her to the glorious being that she always has been, but for the last few thousand years during this fall has been so sorely abused and misused. And so I say greetings. Hi, everybody. Glad to join with you. Excited to see what we're going to do together. This sounds exciting. Oh, by the way, I am a grandmother of 10 and a great-grandmother of 10.
Oh,
Wow.
So I
Okay.
have my
Thank
future
you.
generations I want to preserve too. Love you all.
Thank you,
you.
Marcine. Carol Daniels, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Carol. I'm from Queensland, Australia. Like Marcine, just here to learn what you do, find out if there's anything that I can contribute with my, I'll say, basic knowledge. I teach or I facilitate a spiritual development meditation group in Caboolture, and I also do hands-on healing, no formal training, but 20 years of spiritual growth learning, absorbing. So I'll bring what I can. Thank you.
Thank
And
you,
peace
Carol.
and joy are my words.
Okay. Pam Jenkins?
Hello, ladies. It's an honor to be here with you. I would like to explain how I ended up here. Okay. I am a psychic medium, channeler, time traveler, any number of labels that we're allowed to be, and so much more, as we all are. I have been listening to spirit for my entire life, and they have guided me to this point. You know, the training for us to bring in the love and heal the earth. I was guided to, a couple of weeks ago, I had some major releases and I was told that I carry the Emerald Code and that I'm supposed to reach out to the Council of Grandmothers. Well, I have native blood in me, but we've never really investigated that. We've just let that sit. Well, I tried to call the local Mattapony tribe and speak with the chief and ask to speak with the Council of Grandmothers. No one called me back. I said, okay, we'll do it again. And I did it twice more. And I went back to my guides and I said, listen, I'm not going to look crazy again. I'm not going to push these people. If you want me to with Council of Grandmothers, you're going to have to bring it to me. And within a few days, I saw this Council of Grandmothers group. And it's like, okay, that's the kind of sign that you look at and you pay attention to. And, you know, I used it and I posted a picture of me sitting out in the pyramid. And, you know, one of the people that commented said, it looks funny, but I know what you're doing. You know, my response to that is, if that was the funniest thing that my guides ever put me through, you know, it would be great, but it's not. There's a lot of stories behind the funny and unfunny and things that they have me do and put on display, because what we're doing, we have to be in a position where we don't care what anybody says and what it looks like. I have looked funnier. I have looked stranger. I have looked crazier, but I always follow what they say because they have never failed me. People in human, you know, and part of it is being able to read energy and understanding what's going on. And we are here to help heal this. And I have come to learn that the people that need the most healing can't afford to pay people to be able to get that healing. And the deep level of healing that they need, you know, that's all part of it. And I feel so honored to, you know, it's like when this council showed up in my feed, it's like, okay, that's just another validation for me. You know, it's like, yep, I'm hearing what I'm hearing. I don't really question that anyway at this stage, but it's still nice to get that validation. And I thank you ladies for inviting me to join
Thank
and
you
be a
for
part of this
sharing.
group.
Yeah, thank you, Pam. I appreciate that so much. We are going to have to
Thank
move
you.
more quickly through because we are coming quickly. Mirja in Finland would like to speak next.
Berja.
Hello from
There's-
Finland. It's
Hi.
it's 1:30 a.m. over here. It's very late or early.
Yeah.
If you know, Finland is right next to Russian border, and Russia has been threatening the whole world with nuclear arms. And there's a war very close by us in Ukraine. And I was born soon after the Second World War, and my older sisters and brothers were born already when the war was going on. And in my mother's milk, I drink peace. I know what, you know, I didn't go through the war, but I'm all peace. I'm for healing the Mother Earth and the humanity. And I've been doing what I come from a family of healers. My mother was a seer, a dream seer, and I carry that part too. And I used to live in California for 20 years, and I came back to Finland, and my family and grandchildren live in island of Hawaii. So that's one of my homes too. And I've been doing a lot of things. And you know, I don't tell everything, but the one thing what I've been doing for years is I vision, I hold in my hands. I see Mother Earth in front of me is beautiful. Mother Earth is a woman, and she wants to see herself, you know, all the women like to see themselves beautiful and healthy. She's in golden light with a golden pollen surrounding her. And I see the whole humanity, healed in the same way. And this, I've been doing this for at least over 30 years. I end my meditation with that. That's my end of my meditation. And just before year 2000, I'm a dream seer also. And in my dream, I had two monks came to me and they gave me my new name is a perfect peace. It's Mahashanti. I was given that in my dream. So what I would like to see would be, I've been trying, through the internet to get women, because I think this is a woman's work to do. I know the men can join too, to create a network of peace and love around this planet, because I know I've seen so many beautiful places. I've been blessed with many things.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Suzanne Lewis did this, and this is what I learned from Charles Lawrence. He's one of my friends who lives and one of my teachers who I met.
This is a symbol, the hands for healing, but it's
Yeah.
also the greeting of the grandmothers.
Yeah.
13 original grandmothers were the ones to initiate this. And so
Yeah.
when you wave your hands like this, you're amplifying the message.
Yes, yes. We don't clap, we do this. Yes, we have this organization called Four Winds, Nelia Tulta here. We started in 96 and we learned this from there, clap, you do this. So I greet you like that. Yeah.
More
Thank
soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Marja.
Yeah.
Okay, we are 6:34 and I want people to share, but we're not going to be able to get through us all because we are so many. So
Yeah.
quickly, Rachel Cox, you've asked to be next.
Hi. Yeah, I'm Rachel. Okay, I'll go really fast then. Most of my life I've been broken. Most of my life I've been pain. Now I'm healing and now I'm whole. Mariana, she posted a picture. I don't know where it was now, but it was of the Japanese art of mending broken pottery. It's called kintsugi. I probably said that wrong, but basically they Japanese mend broken pottery. They use tree sap to mend the pottery, and then they overlay it with gold. It looks, I don't know if you can see this, but it looks like that. It's not what Mariana posted, but it looks like that. I love it. It really resonates with me, having been so broken and full of pain. But the fact that they overlay it with gold, the damage is not hidden. The damage is highlighted. The damage is golden highlighted. And I love this. All of us, everywhere, all broken, all highlighted with gold. I just love it. And my broken, highlighted heart is for the children. I want to be able to let them breathe clean air, drink pure water, eat nourishing food, to be safe. To be safe, to be loved, to be free. And all the gifts of gold, because this group, looking through this group, oh my goodness, this group, it's just gold. It's full of gold. And all these wonderful women all over the world coming together. And oh my goodness, all the gifts of gold that you'll have, be it the broken or the holy, hallelujah. All your gifts are already helping. They're already helping. And they're going to carry on helping. And together, it's going to get bigger and bigger. And they're going to carry on helping heal Mother Earth and save the children, save our children. And if you know about the children, you know about the children. You know what I'm talking about. It's not just saving 8,500 children dying of starvation every single day. It's not just that, ladies. It's about, oh my goodness, it's about what else they're going through, the stuff that we can't say out loud maybe now, but that stuff that if you know, you know, we want to save them from that. And there is a format, there is a vehicle that we can jump on. It's already there. Okay, it's called gpms.world. gpms.world. It's a global people monetary system.
Rachel,
Yeah, I wrap
why
it
don't
up.
you
I
put
gotta
a
wrap
link?
it up.
Rachel, put a link to that in the chat.
I will do. I will do. And
Thank
it's
you.
basically, sorry.
Thank you.
Basically, it's giving back everything that is already ours, because ladies, we are the gold. We are the gold. We are the worth. It's not about the money. It's not about anything about that. We are the worth. And GPMS, with GPMS, we can get it back. We can get back all the money, all the money. We can have as much money as we want. It's not about the money, but we can have that. We can have eradication of debt. We can go tax free.
Thank you, Rachel.
And I need
Sorry.
to finish.
Rachel,
Okay, I'll put a link in.
I hear you. We hear you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Very impassioned. Lots of young energy. Thank you so much, Rachel. We look forward to hearing more from you. Thank you so much. Mariana, do we have time for a few more?
We have time for a couple more if they're quick.
Is Bazia available? Yeah, from Cyprus. Our beautiful goddess from the Greece.
Yes, I'm Basha Gibson, and I'm based in Cyprus. I'm a healer, pranic healer, and I'm recognized globally for my healings. I also do past incarnations, write up past incarnations. I've been on many different planets, and I have incarnated many times. I remember a lot of my incarnations, and the world is a beautiful place. There's a lot going on. I don't have a television. I don't listen to the news, but I bless everybody and I forgive. Forgiveness is very, very important, because if you don't forgive, things don't get better. And it's important to whatever we do is to forgive ourselves, forgive whatever other people do, forgive family members. We need to live at peace. Peace is so important. Without peace, we cannot progress. There is so much going on, and as Rachel was saying, all the things going on with, especially with the children, we need to bless everything, everybody, really. We need to take everybody under our wing, and this is the most amazing group. And it's by chance I came across this group. I think I was just meant to. I think when you get together in a group and you meet people, you've known each other from before, from past incarnations, and we've been brought together as a group. Maybe, our names have changed, we don't know each other, but we did in previous lives. This is why we've got together now. And it's a wonderful opportunity for us to send our love, send blessings to the world. And we do need a better life, and be grounded and send peace throughout the world as roots of the tree. We are going around the world, and that's what I do. I just always, I'm grounded, and I look at the trees and I think of the roots, and we're rooted, and we need to send the roots to everybody and encircle the globe into our loving arms, and things will happen. Things will happen for the better.
Okay.
And it's
we have come to the end of our time that we have for the sharing, because we have to create a container for the next group. We have to give some guidance. This group is here to give guidance to the administration, to provide some kind of container for this massive network to grow within. And Michelle, you had some things you wanted to say here about this.
Yes, well, we all have our strengths and experiences, as we can see, and they're vast and we cover so much between us all. I think find our strengths and weaknesses, table those, look at where we want to learn, but mainly look at where we can help and grow our forums locally and in the global sense. Now, when I say locally, ideally, we're going to be organizing, helping everyone set up in their local areas, internationally, on the ground, in Finland, in Australia, in Crete. So that is the vision. So with that in mind, if we could just reach into the Global Grandmothers community and share what it is our passion. I appreciate that Mayana has already started compiling some information that you all shared, those that are here today, and perhaps those that were trying to get in to the Zoom and haven't yet joined us, but may do for part 2 of this, with their interests and areas of expertise that they would like to share. We have a lot of healers, but do we have those that have been out in the streets? Do we have those that have, seen what it looks like to go through drying out from alcoholic poisoning? Do we have those facilities available to us? What research do we need to set up to implement those structures? These are the practical things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just like, okay, those are all the things that we'll go into in the next one. I have a hand raised with Kaya. She's been waiting patiently. So do you have something to share, Kaya? It's moved, the pictures move around. We can't hear you. You're still muted. While we're waiting for Kaya, the metaphor of the tree, we are growing the tree of life, the tree of love, and we need to care for the roots and the branches. Okay, Kaya, you're unmuted now. Go ahead.
Hello, and thank you, and honored to be with all you amazing women. I'm hailing from New Brunswick, Canada, deep in the forest in a rural part. So I'm about 3 hours from the Atlantic coast. My background is in yoga and meditation, but prior to that, in my life prior to single motherhood, etc., I was also in the world of exotic dance. So, and I have this, and then layered on top of that, seizure condition that began at the age of 12 when I began menstruating. And I didn't find out until well into my 30s that it was the menstruation that was triggering the epileptic seizures. It was happening between ovulation and the onset of bleeding. Then there came a point in an episode of seizures where I had, the only way I can describe it as a download, that that the seizures in this life were a cellular recall of having been burned at the stake in a previous life. Now, when I first got that news, I did not know what to do with it. I didn't know how to integrate it. Like, that's not great dinner conversation, et cetera, et cetera. I'm finally feeling more and more comfortable saying it out loud without sounding crazy. But what I've come to realize in this current life, this current incarnation, and all the ways that I've healed. So I've worked a lot with the seizures because I've realized that pharmaceuticals were not the way to go. The side effects were too hard on me. So I've been working a lot with cannabis medicine, and I've also been working with into psychedelics and microdosing. Because of the seizures and the number of bumps to the head, it's been head injury stuff that I'm dealing with. And so, and which led to mental health. So I'm trying to sort of amalgamate all of those in a container of healing, where, because I recognize there's elements of women's sexuality in here. I recognize there's plant healing. I recognize that, it's the connection of all of it, right? And so somehow I came across this group. I really don't know how, why I'm here, but I'm here to help and serve in some way.
need that, just let us know, just put that, remind us, and we will be reaching out, and you'll be reaching, we're up, the channel for communication on this is huge. We love you, we need you, we see you, we hear you, we validate you, and we're so proud of you, and thank you, thank you, thank you for holding space and for coming in to the circle. I'm proud, I love that. We love you, honey, thank you.
Thank you.
Mariana, thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
So we have less than 15 minutes left here now. So we really need to focus on what guidance this has come out of this conversation for the administration of the group. Our vision is to have local on the ground grandmother councils all across the world that are networked together through a website where we have communication with each other. We have store where we can market our goods and services locally and globally, and be able to have global action. So all of the councils will have features that you can recognize that this is the Global Grandmothers Council, because we have these guidelines, and this is what we're trying to develop in these moments, are the core principles and the guiding light for the council. Michelle,
Yeah, I was just going to say, when we say we have the stores, so that would be artworks, that would be calendar, that would be anything that the grandmothers or any of those that are involved with us here want to put forward. We welcome the books, all of the books that have been written about change, about growth, about healing, children's books, inspirational books, poetry, music, CDs, all of that, and instrument, whatever we can put into our store and have it so it goes out globally with a surcharge, and then everyone will receive their dues from those particular items, is what we were talking about, I think, Mariana, wasn't it?
yeah. So I have a question. How many of you, if you would raise your hands, how many of you are interested in helping guide the administration of this group in the coming days, as legacy leaders, as those who have wisdom about holding this large of a container and guiding this kind of a group? How many of you want to participate on the ground in maybe a committee? Let's call it a committee. So I have Carol Schaefer. Maybe you could just put your name in the chat so we have that record. That would be really helpful. If you just write your name and say what, maybe even what gift you have that you're bringing. Teresa Dunn would like to have a moment.
Okay, so I'm not going to go, but I don't mind helping with the administration, but I really want to administrate something different. There's a lot of structure coming out, and I think it's too early. And I'm not going to tell you not to do that, but that's my suggestion. And some of, I think the grace that we have, if we really believe we're being guided, is to let ourselves be guided. So if we can only have 2 people speak in a time frame, then that's enough, because isn't this an eternal event? So everyone will have their chance. Like, I feel really confident, even though I'm kind of put myself in here, I feel really confident that sometime I will have the time to speak about who I am and what I bring. And this is such a wealth of people. It's not going to happen in an hour, right? So I was hoping certainly for more centeredness and less business in this hour. And I understand, like, the people who are here are bringing in, it's, you know, like some people whose souls have been thwarted for a lifetime. You know, if this is really going to be a freeing spirit space, we really need to let it be that, like, but with some structure, like there's got to be a time limit, but not, not trying to rush a whole bunch of people through. It's just, not, I don't think that's going to work, because we're really, I'm here because I've felt a very different energy, and it needs to be a different energy. I'm just giving you that. Thank you for a moment.
Thank you, Teresa. I really appreciate that. And for myself, balancing and harmonizing that spiritual depth and the need to facilitate and to have help, because it's a big job. So yeah, that is true. And so with all of our intention, that help can come forth too. So Carol Schaefer, you're muted.
Here we go. Yeah. I'd just like to make a suggestion when we communicate as the group that we hear what was requested of us more carefully. It's wonderful to hear whoever was able to speak, but I sense that there are others who would like to have had that time as well. And so just that, I'm just sensitive to anyone that didn't have the time to express themselves.
Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Yeah, that is, we did ask for short and sweet. So, is there someone else that would like to be heard in this moment?
Well, I'm Aneta, and I would like to just share I'm a professional astrologer for 40 years, shamanic practitioner for 20. And what I have done for the years is combining the community where I live. Full moon circles, all the different seasons. And I do that by integrating what this message is about, because more people are changing so fast. And of course, that's in the sky. So my main workshop topics is how loud will the gods speak? So they are overwhelmed, and that affects us. So we need that support of balancing. And I just have been able to do that for now. I'm a graduate from the Foundation for Shamanic Studies, and my main teacher, Sandra Ingerman. So I'm trying to say that this is just bringing out to the community as well, not just us. We know it. Look at all those gorgeous, beautiful healers already. So the internet is amazing. I'm on a board of a 52-year astrology organization. So it's there, but we need to bring it out to the community, not just between us, and share our knowledge in the community that are so ready to listen to our wisdom. So I thank you, and happy summer solstice and happy full moon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Suzanne?
Excuse me, thank you so much. One of the things that I started Global Grandmothers Council in 2018 with Brooke Medicine Eagle and others, grandmothers. And what is occurring right now from my perspective, because I'm a visionary and I have a very important vision to bring out and share with the people, is that the Facebook site is public and it is open to anybody that comes in. At the same time, we're so aspiring to have the sense of a crystal library. We historian wisdom keepers are coming together and we have tremendous information to share. But we're bridging with the peace production to take the people and information shared to a safe place. And yes, there's going to be some rules and some regulations, but it is at this potential website that the peace production is championing, the team that is coming together right now, we will be able to contain the spam and the hack and the tremendous naysayers that truly do not want us to come to voice. And at that same time, linking back to the Facebook page, say we have a topic on brain injuries and post-traumatic stress, and we will look on our legacy leaders and say, maybe we'll have a calendar for the 12 months, and April will be post-traumatic stress disorder brain injuries, and invite the legacy leaders that are knowledgeable to Zoom and have it available to Facebook, but its home will be on the website, where there'll be a permanent library, an access place. I know that I believe I might have cleared something up. Just this morning, I was talking to Mayanna because I did suffer a traumatic brain injury and lost my ability to think and read and all that. And then the last 3 years, I'm in stage 4 cancer, and chemotherapy has really fuzzed my brain. This last go around that I'm in a honeymoon right now, I didn't get chemo brain. But a lot of things that I hear Mayanna and Michelle discuss just sends me into a fuzzy place that I cannot understand. So I contend we're a traumatized globe, and let's help each other, hear each other, respect each other, even if all we can do is say, I believe your truth telling. I believe this is a truth. Did that help?
Thank you so much, Suzanne. Thank you. Yeah. So we are at 6:59, and this is our call. So we will continue. I guess we'll, whatever teams come together, we'll set regular calls, and we'll have a variety of different regular calls is our intention, to meet different needs and give different people opportunities. So thank you all for coming. I see every one of you. I appreciate your presence, and just so thankful.
Thank you, Mayanna. Beautifully conducted. Thank you so much. There was a lot riding on this, and we did it. We got through, and beautiful end speak from Suzanne with that vision of having a month, a calendar. Wow, we're progressing already. So, and the those that are going to be contributing their gifts and those areas for administration seem enthusiastic as well. So thank you all. We reconvene. When do we reconvene?
The next call is in 15 minutes for administration. So any of you who want to join that, please do. If you need the link for that, you can message me, and
can we put it up here? Can we put it up here?
Oh, I'll bet I can. Okay, I'm gonna put it here right now. Copy the invitation. I can do that. Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And I also put a link in here for the GoFundMe. We're over 18,000 people, and it's going to cost money to build a website. So if 18,000 people each gave $1, that'd be great. We've received $125 today. We are just so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have, okay, there's the thing, and I'll have the chat that we'll be able to send out to everybody, and the recording will email you all, and we'll share it. So thanks.
Thanks, Merja. See you. See you in 10.